Still here with another Transgirl C where we talk about comics, cartoons, and other awesome nerd shit. So, it's the main video. That means we made it through another week. I guess, I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway, in the last main video, I said that we'd be talking about Ms. Marvel, and we are totally doing that today, so that's good. Things are moving along on schedule, but before we do, let's talk about things you might have missed. This is, of course, a cartoon, a comic, a manga, an anime that I've witnessed that a lot of people aren't talking about that I think you would like if you checked it out. Now, this week we are talking about a cartoon. We're actually talking about a pilot for a cartoon that's coming out to Cartoon Network here real soon. It's called Craig of the Creek. Now, I actually didn't know that this was coming out, and it's pretty big when I don't know when something's happening. At least in the world of cartoons, because I am that kind of a nerd. But, yeah. So, Craig of the Creek. It's really good. It's well animated. It's done by a few of the people from Steven Universe, so you know you can expect quality. Now, there are some videos on YouTube, so when you search Craig of the Creek, the first one that pops up is going to be the actual pilot episode. And that should give you an idea kind of what the show is going to be about. It certainly has given me a great idea on what the show is going to be about, and I really like it. But you'll also see videos that are like, is Cartoon Network pandering again? And, things like that. It's like, yeah, I get it. Cartoons are different now. Diverse cast of characters, and you don't like it for whatever reason. I personally don't know why you don't like it, because this cartoon is super charming. It's great. It reminds me of Kids Next Door meets Recess. It's like the perfect blend of the two, and I can't wait to see what kind of crazy adventures that Craig and his crew get into in their own nerdy little ways. They're really like his friend with her parakeet. It's a great show. Check it out. It's Craig of the Creek. You can find the whole pilot episode here on YouTube. I will post a link in the description below so that you can just, click from here to there and check it out. But let's move on to the meat and bones of this video, and that would be Miss Marvel. Sorry, fixing bra. It happens. Boom! Miss Marvel! Here we go. This is issue 23. I believe there are 26 or 7 issues out right now. I'm a little behind right now. I have up to issue 24, so I kind of can tell you what's going on up to that point. So yeah, there's going to be a little switch here. Let's talk about Miss Marvel, though. Miss Marvel. Wow. When she was first announced, I remember, it was like back in 2014-13. So, 2014, I believe. But I remember, I can't believe they're changing Miss Marvel. They're giving thing away. Why can't they just make a new superhero? It doesn't. That is the dumbest argument ever. It's always been the dumbest argument. Stop making it, okay? Especially when the character is this good. Kamala is a great character in a sea of other really good characters, and she's going to be one of the main stars of the new Disney cartoon that's coming out. I forget what it's called, but it's going to be Marvel characters. It's going to have Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel. It's going to be great, alright? It's going to be amazing. Spider-Gwen's going to be in it as Spider-Ghost? I don't know why that is. I don't know why she's called Spider-Ghost. But we are getting off topic. So, Kamala Khan. She is your average Jersey teenager nerd. She is super smart into science and things like that, but she's a super nerd. All she wants to do is write about superheroes, be a superhero, get to know superheroes. She wants to live in that world, but she has no powers at all. She doesn't know what to do. But the person she idolizes most is Miss Marvel. Before Carol took over the name of Captain Marvel, of course, when this particular comic starts, Carol's been Captain Marvel for just a little while, so people are still getting used to the name. Anyway, Kamala is also Muslim. She's Pakistani-American, and she just really wants to fit in with the popular kids. She wants them to stop thinking that she's weird, things like that. Like, she's got... It's like Peter Parker kind of all over again. I guess if there's a great story that Marvel has to tell, it's Peter's story, in where he is trying to balance or find his place in a high school setting. And that's kind of what Kamala is. She is the Pakistani-American girl version of Peter Parker in so many ways. She's a nerd, she's a dork, she has friends, by and large, but she wants to fit in with everybody. And there's just so many things that are working against her, like her diet, because, her religion, her skin color, things like that. But one night, she gets invited out to a party and realizes that people look down on her. They don't treat her with the same respect as they do other people, and that's because of not necessarily who she is, but what her background is that she can't control. And so she leaves that party, and she gets hit by Terrigen Mist. Now, she doesn't know it's Terrigen Mist at first. In fact, this was before I knew what Terrigen Mist was, because while I have always been a great comic book fan, I have sometimes been in financial situations that have, made me miss out on some things. So, that is what it is. But she gets hit with the Terrigen Mist, and she has a great dream where the Avengers at the time visit her, and they're like, hey, get ready for your life to change, because things are going to get crazy. And you're going to, you have a choice. Do you want to go this crazy route, or, you want your life to stay the same, or are you going to take a chance? And she said she's going to do it. She's ready to take a chance. And I don't know if obviously she wasn't going to say no. I don't think the Terrigen Mist cares if you're ready or not. It's just how the vision presented itself to her. But she wakes up, and suddenly she is Miss Marvel. She's Carol in the old Miss Marvel costume, and that's crazy in and of itself. She doesn't have any of Carol's powers or anything like that. She just looks like Carol, and she saves a girl from her school who happens to almost drown in a river. It's a total thing. And so, I keep saying and so a lot. Anyway, point is, that's how she gets her powers, and she discovers that what her actual powers are is getting bigger, smaller, stretching her, not necessarily her limbs per se. She can do that, but mostly it's size control. She can make herself bigger and smaller. She can make parts of herself bigger and smaller, so she doesn't always have to be a giant or really short. It's how she works it out. She used to have a healing factor. She still kind of does, but it sort of works against her in a way, because she used to be able to imitate things like furniture and inanimate objects, but she can't do that anymore because her healing factor makes it so that her cells become less and less stretchy the more she needs healing, and so she's kind of lost that ability a little. But with size control comes proportionate strength, so when she's big, she's not necessarily super strong, she just has the strength of a really big person. And I think that's pretty neat and cool. But her story continues. She becomes Jersey's first, official superhero of Jersey, and she just kicks butt. She, saves a bunch of kids from being batteries, basically, because some inventor guys told them that their generation is super worthless, that they'll never amount to anything, and the best thing they can do is be batteries for the current generation to power things. She joins the Avengers. She starts her own team called the Champions, and I love that book. The Champions is amazing. We'll talk about the Champions some other time, if we haven't already. We haven't already, so maybe we will next time. Probably not. But we will eventually. And more so, what Kamala finds out in being a superhero is that it's not all fun and games, it's not all press, it's not all admiration. Shit goes down hard. And one minute she's in the spotlight and everybody loves her and things are good. And the next minute she is really down and people are angry at her for things beyond her control, things that she didn't even do. Like when a racist housing development tries to muscle its way into Jersey and push people out, they use her image in order to say, yeah, Miss Marvel's behind us and is okay, and that's why this project is good. And so she realizes that even though all she wants to do is help people, there is a bigger scope or reach to what she does, and that people will try to use her for good or bad, depending on what they want out of her, and not necessarily even with her knowledge of them doing it. Now, she has met Carol, she's met Captain Marvel. Carol was her mentor, like it was like the biggest thing. After Civil War II, Electric Boogaloo, Civil War Harder, Civil War with... Anyway, they don't really speak anymore, which is sad because I really think that Carol needs her. And she kind of needs Carol because shit went to shit because of Civil War II. Her best friend moved away to Wakanda, doesn't like her anymore. She went on her own trip, like a vacation to Pakistan, and met a great character named Red Dagger, which, I mean, he's got a cool, like, Pakistani hero name, but it translates into Red Dagger, and I'm not going to butcher the pronunciation by trying to say it, but that's him on the cover. It turns out he's going to be an exchange student for a while in Jersey City, and so Ms. Marvel right now is feeling like she could be easily replaced or not easily replaced, like anybody could do her job, and that's kind of where she is right now. She's down, and so I can't really wait to see how she's going to rise from that and become more amazing than she's already been, because she's done so many incredible and different things. She's been on the Secret Warriors. She, like you said, she has her own team called the Champions. She has saved the world. She saved Jersey. Like, she's an incredible character, and I love her. What I really like the most about her is that she's always still kind of true to herself. She's still a nerd. Even when she's on the Avengers, like Spider-Man, Miles Morales will be like, I don't want to read about this adventure on bleedingcool.com. I better not catch it there. Because she's still a nerd who's writing fan fiction about superheroes, even though she's a superhero. She is basically what all of us are. We're comic nerds. We love comics. And we would do anything, or at least I would do anything, to be a part of that world if I could. I would go the distance, whatever, if I woke up with powers, and I would still hopefully be me. And that's what I like about Kamala, is she's still her at her heart. While she's balancing superhero work, schoolwork, juggling her family, she's just trying to be the best person she can be, and that's why I like her so much. And that's it! That's Kamala Khan. Like I said, right now she's feeling really down, like anybody could replace her at what she does, and I can't wait to see that her rise from that, her, you know, realizing that there's only one her who can be her and do what she does. So, that's it for now. Check back with us in the middle of the week. I don't know what we're going to be talking about, but it's going to be something cool. Probably. Maybe. It's going to be nerdy at the very least, and what else would you be here for? But I'm Fire Princess Lily, and until next time, love comics, love cartoons, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.